I'm about to expose the one lie corporations told you that's making you weaker than a toddler. The lie? Follow your dreams and success will follow. Sounds nice, right? Here's the problem. They never told you whose dreams you're actually following. Here's what makes you weaker than a toddler. A 3-year-old throws a tantrum when they don't get what they want. You don't even know what you want anymore. You've been programmed to want what makes other people money. The corporate machine needs you weak, confused, and chasing their version of success. Why? Weak people buy more stuff to feel better. Confused people follow instructions without question. And people chasing fake dreams? They'll work themselves to death for someone else's profit. But here's the plot twist that's about to change everything. Meet Corporate Bob.
Hello.
Bob has the job his parents wanted, the car society approves of, and the girlfriend who looks good on paper. But Bob feels empty inside. Why? Because Bob is a human vision board created by committee. He's everyone's dream son and nobody's actual person.
No!
Studies show that people living by others' expectations have 3 times higher rates of depression. You know why? Because you can't be happy playing a character you never auditioned for. Plot twist. Disappointing people who don't know the real you is actually self-care. Your authentic self isn't a project to fix, it's a person to meet. But here's where it gets dangerous. When you start living authentically, you're going to make mistakes. Big ones. And your brain? It's going to torture you for every single decision. Unless you understand this psychological trap that 73% of people fall into.
You know what's insane? Scientists just discovered that people who constantly regret their decisions actually have a specific brain pattern that literally rewires itself to seek out more regret. It's like your brain becomes addicted to feeling terrible about your choices. But here's the plot twist that's about to blow your mind. That expensive course you bought and never finished, the relationship you ended too quickly, the job opportunity you didn't take, your brain isn't just remembering these moments. It's literally manufacturing fake evidence to prove you're an idiot. Here's what's actually happening. Every time you regret something, your brain releases a cocktail of stress hormones that actually makes you crave more regret. It's called the regret addiction loop, and 73% of people are stuck in it without even knowing. But here's where it gets wild. Harvard researchers found that people who regret the most actually make better decisions than people who never feel regret. Wait, what? See, your brain has this thing called counterfactual thinking. Basically, it runs mental simulations of what-if scenarios. The problem isn't that you're doing this. The problem is you're doing it wrong. You're comparing your real life to a highlight reel that never existed. Think about it. You regret not asking out your crush in college, but your brain conveniently forgets that you were probably going to mess it up anyway because you were wearing that terrible haircut and had the social skills of a caffeinated hamster. Stanford University just published a study that completely flips everything we know about regret. They found that successful people don't feel less regret. They feel regret differently. Instead of, I should have done X, they think, now I know to do Y next time. It's literally the same brain chemistry, but rewired for growth instead of self-torture. They call it productive regret processing, and it's the difference between people who level up and people who stay stuck. So here's your regret detox protocol, and this is backed by neuroscience. First, the regret redirect. Every time you catch yourself thinking, I should have, immediately follow it with next time I will. Your brain literally can't process both thoughts simultaneously. Second, the cringe celebration. That embarrassing thing you did? Scientists found that people who can laugh at their past mistakes have 40% lower cortisol levels. Your awkward moments aren't character flaws. They're proof you're brave enough to try things. Third, the future self-hack. Before making any decision, ask yourself, will future me thank me for this or curse me for this? This activates your prefrontal cortex and literally makes you smarter.
Now, all this mental work is exhausting. Your brain is processing authentic decisions, handling regret properly, and fighting against years of corporate programming. And if you're like most guys, you're probably trying to relax in ways that are actually making everything worse. Here's the final piece of the puzzle, and this one shocked me the most. Dude, I spent 4 hours yesterday relaxing and somehow felt more tired than when I started. Sound familiar? Here's the thing nobody talks about. Your body's chilling, but your brain thinks it's at war. And I figured out why after diving into some wild research. Last month, I was that guy. 8 hours of sleep, still exhausted. Spending weekends resting, but feeling like garbage. Then I found this study that completely changed everything. Turns out when you're doom scrolling for hours, your brain releases the same stress chemicals as if you're being chased by a bear. Your time is literally stress time in disguise. But here's what blew my mind.
What?
The most successful guys aren't grinding 24/7. They're just resting smarter. LeBron sleeps 12 hours a night. Bill Gates takes entire weeks off technology. They're not lazy, they crack the code.
Wow.
So here's what actually works. And I tested all of this. The phone timeout. Before any screen, sit for just 5 minutes. Yeah, it's weird at first, but your brain will thank you. The boredom test. Feel bored? Don't grab your phone. Just be bored. It's like meditation for lazy people. The bedroom rule. Your bed is for sleep and, well,
What?
keep the phone in another room.
Oh, no.
The Netflix check. After 2 hours of TV, if you're more tired than when you started, that's your sign to switch it up. Look, I used to think rest was something you earned after crushing your to-do list. But here's the truth. You're not a machine. Even your laptop needs to restart sometimes. Companies that let employees actually rest see way better results. Rest isn't stealing time, it's investing in it. Real talk. When's the last time you felt truly rested? Not just not working, but actually recharged? If you can't remember, you're not alone. Most of us have forgotten what real rest feels like. Here's what the corporations don't want you to understand. This is all connected by design. They sell you fake dreams so you'll chase the wrong goals. When you fail, you'll regret everything and feel like garbage. Then they sell you fake rest, my endless scrolling, binge watching, shopping, to numb the pain. It's a perfect cycle that keeps you weak, broke, and dependent. But now you know the truth. Living authentically means making your own decisions. Making your own decisions means you'll have regrets, and processing regrets properly requires real rest. Break any part of this cycle and you break free from their control. So here's your challenge. Pick one thing this week. Just one. Maybe it's disappointing someone who doesn't know the real you. Maybe it's turning a regret into a lesson. Maybe it's 10 minutes without your phone. Maybe it's a walk without music. Maybe it's just sitting and breathing. Try it for 3 days and tell me in the comments how you feel. I bet you'll surprise yourself. The same brain that they've programmed to torture you is the same brain that can architect your dream life. You just need to know which buttons to press. What would you do if nobody was watching? Comment it below. And if this opened your eyes to how they've been playing you, smash that subscribe button for more truth they don't want you to know. Most men will watch this and do nothing, but you're not most men, right? If this hit home, check out my video on why your brain is addicted to being busy.